Hi friends, Jemira here, and you're listening to episode 69 of A Well-Rounded Life. Welcome new friends, and hey to my well-rounders. I want to thank you for hanging out with me and continuing to rock with me after 2 years. This week marks the 2-year anniversary of this podcast. Y'all, I cannot believe it. 2 years ago, after years of dreaming, I finally took the leap of faith and I launched this podcast. I have shared my heart with you. I have been blessed to interview the very best guests, and I couldn't be more excited for what's to come. Today, I want to share with you what I have learned after 2 years of podcasting, and I also hope to encourage someone out there that is also considering launching a podcast or something similar. I'm hoping that this podcast continues to motivate you and it inspires you to go after your dreams and the things that are on your heart. Hey there, and welcome to A Well-Rounded Life, the podcast, a space for creative entrepreneurs seeking an intentional life and biz filled with grace, passion, and purpose. I'm your host, Jemira. I'm a mama, wife, dessert fanatic, and on the ultimate mission to get you closer to your idea of what it means to live a well-rounded life. Right here is where you'll find curated resources, quick tips, and relatable stories, no matter what season of life you're in. So hang out with me for a bit and let's dive in. Today's show is sponsored by the Systems for Your Creative Biz course. If you run a creative business and are looking to tidy up your business backend, I've got you covered. Systems for Your Creative Biz is the course I created to help you quickly and successfully curate systems in your business. Imagine having a workflow in place that will allow you to save time and money. It's no secret that putting systems in your business will be the key to taking your biz to the next level. Head over to systemsforyourbiz.com and check out the course modules and get your biz in shape. Use code WELLROUNDER to save $10 off of the self-paced course. Cheers to 2 years, friends. If it wasn't so early, I would legit be popping a bottle of something to celebrate how far this show has come and what is to come. If you're listening, do me a favor, screenshot and tag at Coach for Creatives on IG and let me know you are celebrating today with me. I love doing anniversary shows and I love recapping my journey. And I also love providing a behind the scenes look into what it's like to produce and host this show. I was just telling my husband how much work goes into bringing you this show each week. It's a lot, y'all. I'm not even going to front about that. However, I wouldn't change anything at all because I love podcasting so much. So let's chat about my journey and what you can expect from me over the next few seasons. And in today's show, I am bringing you 3 things that I have learned and 3 things I am loving about podcasting. All right, so let's get into it. So the first thing that I have learned about podcasting is that it will continuously be important for me to batch record if I plan to keep up with my goal of bringing you a fresh, brand new episode each Wednesday. This means that I need to plan and be intentional with my time. I have learned that. I have tried so many different things, but the reality of it is I work better when I group certain things together and I batch so that I'm not doing the same thing over and over again every single day. And so I am traveling for my birthday and then I'm heading right back out for a spring break trip with my family. Thus, I want to make sure that the show is still dropping new episodes while I am away. And so I have been hunkered down, recording, promoting, and all the things in advance of my time away from the office. And so for me, batching is life. Without batching, this show would be all over the place. And so shout out to my girl, Jordan Gill, who is the queen of batching and systems and all the things. And she is actually going to be on the show very soon. And she is going to share how she systematizes her workflows, her podcast, and gets everything done efficiently. So stay tuned for that episode dropping very soon. All right, number 2, what I have learned is that I have to make room for pivoting when needed. So typically what I do as I prepare for a season is I plan out the show topics. I think I talked about that before here on the podcast. I take the feedback from my well-rounders, that would be you, and I make a note to record on topics that will resonate with you guys. And so I tell you all the time that I do this show for you, and that is for real, straight up. And thus, I want to make sure that the content that I am putting out, that it makes sense. I do not want to be sitting here just pouring out my heart, my feelings, and creating things if it's not landing and making sense and not actually serving the audience that I show up for every single day. And so every now and again, there will be a topic that is placed on my heart, and I feel like I need to get the message out. And so this is actually the case for another episode that I'm planning to record very soon. It was not originally on the topic list for season 5, but my thought is this: if you feel you are being called to do something, or you need to show up, or you need to get information out into the world, then just do it. Adjust where you need to adjust and pivot. And so I have had to learn to not stay so much in the lines and keep to a strict topic list and all the things when the world around us is forever changing. So last season I pivoted a lot thanks to COVID. And you know what? I'm actually glad that I did, because I had some really great shows come out of the COVID season, the pandemic or whatnot. And so I am leaving space to show up where I need to be and serve where I am being called to serve. And I want to encourage you out there to do the same, to just be a little bit more fluid with the content that you put out if you know that is what your audience needs. That is so important. Let's move on to number 3. Number 3 for me is you need help if you want to grow. Yes, you can start a podcast within hours, technically, if you wanted to, and you could give it a name, a graphic, and start hosting and all the things. However, the question remains, what is the goal of your podcast? What is the goal of your show? Do you just want to have a platform to speak your mind? Do you want a place to share your opinion, or something more formal to educate and get content out? Better yet, are you looking to do any of the above and also make some money? I know that's what I'm trying to do. I have learned that if I want to work smarter and not harder, then guess what? I need help. And so I used to edit all of the guest episodes until this season, the guest episodes, solo episodes, all the things. I was a one-woman machine, but no more. I am currently trying out an editor for the guest episodes, and so far so good. And I'm able now to free up so much time that it is worth the investment. And I'm going to use the word investment because literally, you guys, you're investing money, but you're getting your time back and your sanity and less stress trying to manage all the things. You have to ask for help. You have to research, get the support that you need if you want to grow. And so I have started out sending Wednesday newsletters. I send my Friday weekly roundup. Check out the show notes so you can sign up for that. But I also am now sending out a Wednesday newsletter for season 5. And so when a new episode drops, my VA has been great with helping me get the word out that a new show is live and ready for you. And so sometimes we're all like, what day is it? And we forget that a new episode has dropped. So also make sure you subscribe to the show so that you know when we drop a new episode. And so something else, the back-end support that I have invested in has just been a game changer. It has been awesome. I am no longer doing all the things by myself, so it doesn't feel as if I have to have all the pressure, that I can legit just show up, create, and have people helping me in the back end so that I can just continue to produce better and better, bigger and bigger. And so those are the 3 things that I have learned. And so let's just move into what I am loving. What I am loving is that I actually have a personal space that is all mine via this show. We all know social media feels crowded and there's thousands and millions and trillions of people on social. And yes, there are thousands of podcasts out there. However, this is the only Well-Rounded Life podcast. There's only one Well-Rounded Life. So it's nice to bring you my thoughts and guests that I know, like, and trust via this platform. I get to vet all the guests. I get to say what is on my mind and not have to be filtered through social media or what other people may think by not liking, forwarding, and all the things. So it is just nice to feel like I have a safe space to actually just show up. And so podcasting is a great way for people to get to know you, which is so important. They get to also know what you offer. And podcasting allows people to learn more about what you do and what you bring to the table, because we all know you bring a lot to the table and people need to see it and learn more about what you have to offer. The second thing that I am loving this season is the feedback that I have received from you all. You guys do not have a clue as to how much the DMs, the phone calls, and the text messages mean to me. And I just really hope you keep them going. The good, the bad, whatever it is, I need your feedback, because I'm a person that wants to continue to elevate and get bigger, get better. And it is also lonely podcasting behind the mic sometimes, not getting the initial feedback. And so I like to know that you guys are digesting the information that I am putting out, that you are picking up when I'm laying down. And so your feedback means everything to me. So thank you, friends that do show me that support, who chat with me each week. Hello, Tyron. I love you because you always show me support. My mother-in-law, my mom's friend Vicky, who is also a person that listens via YouTube, and all of you guys out there, thank you so much for the support. So a quick shout out to you guys. And another side note, the ultimate feedback is when I get to see your reviews and your 5-star ratings. If you haven't dropped your review just yet, hit pause. I will wait for you. And tap the 5 stars and show me some love on this anniversary episode, because we are just a few stars away from hitting a milestone that I am excited about. So forward to your friends, tell everybody about it, that there's this girl that shows up to serve and you want to show her some love. All right. The link is also in the show notes, so make sure you get to it. Back to the show. The last thing that I am loving is the authenticity and the direction that this show is going. I am committed to showing up authentically, and I'm even more eager to serve this audience more than I ever have been before. I cannot express how much I appreciate you for tuning in, and just how humbled I am for the guests that show up for me and the joint mission that we have to serve you. So my guests have been incredible. I have some other guests that are coming to the show very soon, so stay tuned for that. But my promise is that I will continue to be 100%. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I'm going to be 100% authentically G and give you me on my good days and bad. I am committed this year to showing you for real, what life is like living with a chronic condition, what life is like trying so hard to live well-rounded and practice what I preach. And so we're going to talk about that on the show behind the scenes. And I plan to do so as well, obviously through this podcast, and a new platform that I cannot wait to tell you about soon. But before I let you go, if you are considering starting a podcast or showing up via a similar platform, give me a shout. I want to encourage you. I want you to be inspired to get your message out and to share the gifts that you have been blessed with. All it takes is time. It just takes some time and dedication to get it done. So stop making excuses. It took me years before I pulled the trigger and launched A Well-Rounded Life. Years, y'all. It was a whole lot of talk and not a lot of action. And so I'm committed to just doing less talking, working behind the scenes, working with my head down, and then just creating something that feels right and feels where I'm supposed to be, feels like home. So that is the goal. So even when I did launch the podcast, I didn't share it as much as I should have with the world. I, did a little launch, asked some friends to promote. But when you create something and you put your blood, sweat, and tears in it, you need to shout and share and let everybody know that you have this incredible thing, resource, course, program, whatever it is, and that people need to hear it. And you need to do so without feeling any type of fear or even caring if people have comments or things to say, because my theory is this: the people that have so much to say about what you're doing, they're not doing enough. Okay? So keep that in mind. Just stay the path, do what you're supposed to do, feel confident that you are walking in your purpose, and just stay focused on your passion. And if you know in your hearts of hearts that you need to have your voice heard, then just go for it. Go for it. I promise you, you will not regret your decision if you continue to walk in your purpose with your head held high and doing it knowing that you are blessing someone in the process. at least you know that G over here is cheering you on and wishing you all the best. And so feel free to send me an email, hello@coachingforcreatives.co, or DM @coachforcreatives, and let's connect, because I cannot wait to share with you, shine with you, connect with you, cheer you on, high five you when you hit those milestones and launch that thing. So thank you, friends, and especially my family, for your continued support. 69 episodes in. It means so much to me, and I do not take it for granted. And I don't want you to forget to check out those show notes or the blog, awellroundedlifepodcast.com, for access to all of the resources, the guest bios, and much more. Because anything that we've ever talked about on the show, you can find it on our website, awellroundedlifepodcast.com. And lastly, make sure you are a part of the Living Well-Rounded Facebook community, which is brand new. So excited about it. Jump in there, get on Facebook, and I'm going to show up for you guys in that space very soon. And subscribe to the newsletter, the Weekly Roundup. That is where I share my weekly dose of inspo, resources, and much more. And I'm also liking it over there where you guys say, oh my gosh, I love the Weekly Roundup, or I found something that has been helpful for my business or for my home, or thank you for sharing that product or that article. There's a lot of things packed into this weekly newsletter. So subscribe. Details are in the show notes as well. Thank you for 2 years, I can't believe it, of love and support. I will be back next week with an awesome guest, y'all. I love her so very much. So stay tuned. Stay safe, stay positive, and focus on what matters most. Cheers, friends. Drink some bubbly for me, and I will chat with you soon. Bye. Friends, thanks for kicking it with us this week. Remember to subscribe so you're notified when a new episode airs. I'd love it if you leave us a review and share this goodness with your squad. Until next time, seek a well-rounded life and remember to focus on what matters most.